Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 1 versus 1 on Blood River. Playing as the Chaos Space Marines, we've got Fe0z, and playing as the Orks, we have got Kweaky360, that's what I'm going to assume his name is. Cheeky will be opening up with triple Slugger Boys and a War Banner of all things, whereas the Chaos Space Marines are going to go for quintuple Cultists and a Chaos Armory. So very standard opening for the Force of Chaos, as Cultists and Grenades from the Chaos Armory is quite useful against the Orcs in the early game. But what are you planning, young man? What's going on here? Are you just... Oh, I see. You're going to go for a Slugger Boy rush. Can't say it's going to be very effective, and for some reason, Fe0z just knows it. He feels it in his bones that this is incoming, placing a heavy bottle turret in between these two strategic points for defensive purposes. We'll see that now. If he can smack this heretic out the way, that should really help them. Oh, he's also gone for the burner as well. That is phenomenal stuff. Morale has been broken. Not sure if that changes the build speed of the heretic, but certainly will help him scurry away quick as you like. You know what? I've never actually ever cast the game with a Slugger Boy rush. This is a first. So well done, Kweaky360. I will put your actual name in the title of the video, but obviously squares. I can't read squares, gosh darn it. But the heretic going to try and come in and see if he can finish the heavy bolter advantage. Both of them are going to come in for a little bit of a wiggle. They might be able to get it. One goes down, and these Orcs kind of like short attention span. Oh dear, oh dear. Heavy bolter has been finished, which will actually change the tide of battle in this situation. These Orcs are going to fall foul quite quickly. Cults over here being left to their own devices. And these Orcs have more or less been wiped out. Only one member left, but they are an auto-reinforce. Just crazy. Like, are you building up... Ah, alright, I see. You've got more Slugger Boys that are capturing things, so you aren't forgetting your economy. One major problem that some players have when doing these early game rushes is that they completely and totally forget to build up their own economy at home, which is fine if you're going for an all-in rush, but this is kind of a quasi... I don't even know what this is, but it's beautiful to see. Aggression right off the bat, but the Forces of Chaos have managed to beat back all the Slugger Boys. But even when this is going on, these cheeky chappies over here have come back for a second helping, and I'm going to be focusing that listing post down. Might want to cancel that, actually, just in case these double burners made their way through this. And actually, double burners, while they don't do amazing damage against the listing post, it's a consistent firing rate, which is something to be said for that. But Fe0z being able to have a moment of relief, only really able to get one. But have you even been able to build up one listing post? What is your current economy at the moment? 44 and 10 versus 44 and 10, so both players more or less on their starting economies here. But Fe0z does have the lion's share of firepower at the moment with how many cultists? 1, 2, 3, 4. And some lads over here as well, so 5 in total. So he should be able to now press out and get some map dominance on the way. Both relics being pressured by the Force of Chaos. And these Slugger Boys are going to have a really difficult time being able to get into close combat with these guys, as not only does the grenades knock them back, but I do believe as well it also gives them a little bit of a slur. Full squad wipe down there. Orcs over here, they've managed to regain some numbers, and they're going to they're going to come in for some more. Pardon me, but like, are you not? What are you thinking, Cheeky Breaky? Are you just going to... Yeah, he's going to go back. Even the Orcs know when there's times to push and times to not push, but the majority of the cultists are down here. Going to keep this relic safe. Cultists over here are going to do some pressure, but now be an Orc sandwich. Once these Orcs are done, that is. Also going to go for that burner. And again, you don't normally see burners on these Slugger Boys, but cultists have got remarkable... Well, they have got remarkably low morale, but killing their models is relatively easy. And when you kill a model, obviously, there's a chunk of morale damage being done. It's not bad at all. What are you doing for your build order? You're going for infiltrated grots. Okay, you've going for a second generator. Alright, okay. Fair enough. I mean, you're saving up money, so I assume is it just a case of save up money, build a couple of war banners, and then tech up into tier 2 and get a big mech lab? Maybe. It's quite exciting, though. Cultists over here are going to see if they can shake away these Orcs from the critical location, but they will turn around and say no thank you. Be gone from my sight. Infiltrated Grots will come over and see if they can build this up, but they've managed to lose. It does not look like it was cancelled at all. It's very unfortunate. 70? 90 blue money? Can't quite remember. Oh no, he's lost. Oh dear, oh dear. That's not good. That's a waste of money. That is not a good investment in your local real estate. Cultist, oh sorry, heretic even, will be burnt to a crisp in close combat. Not pleasant at all. In fact, actually, these cultists, once in close combat, they've also not got any grenade launchers, so they will go down relatively soon. Listing post has not been finished over here. Double cultist on this side, armed with grenade launchers. These guys, this one particular squad of orcs, an absolute nuisance. Now with triple burners, so they've all been upgraded. No one's been left out, they've all got big toys to play with. The cultists over here will come over and say, be gone, leave our boys alone, they're just trying to capture a relic. But even the grenade launcher's even knocking these guys over by the looks of things. Not sure how much friendly fire is done. I don't know if it's if any friendly fire actual damage is done or whether it's just a knockdown. Oh, okay, we've got a 6-minute Big Mech. Fair enough. I mean, the Big Mech will be able to stand up against the cultist grenade launchers fairly nicely. Won't take too much damage. Also, fairly decent range damage with his pistol. Second war banner of the game on the way. And all the listing posts have been upgraded into tier 2, so that's a mean green economy. Or mean blue economy, should I say. Cultist over here gonna have a sniff at this critical location. Lovely attention to the critical locations for all these players, actually. Not leaving any point undeterred for too long. Burning these guys in the river, boiling them alive, more or less. But they've got a number advantage, and these orcs aren't really all that well at staying alive from being blasted in the face with grenade launchers. Big mate, though, look at him. No knockback on this kid. He's just going to stand and tank, shaking his green burly fists at these guys. Only a couple of shots are required to take out a cultist. So what are you doing down south, young man? You are going for another plasma generator, so 4 in total. Do you have the economy for tier... Oh, you've got miles of economy. Oh, you've gone into tier 2 already. Right, fair enough. You're going into machine pit. And then the standard thing that happens in this chaos build is you go cultist grenade launchers into defilers. So I reckon he's probably saving up money for those defilers, getting them all out in one fell swoop rather than one at a time. Hasn't quite upgraded his economy in the same way as the Orcs, still lacking this listing post over here, but not too shabby, all things considered. Big Mech is going to come in, have a little nosy round, see what he can see. And he will see this machine pit, so he knows what's coming, so I imagine... Oh, we've got a Big Mech shop on the way, as well as a pile of guns. So probably going to go into... Well, tank busters would be the way forward. Where's the... Oh, the Heretic's dead. Right. Heretic's now going to come back over and see if they can build this guy back up. Give that spinning pizza dish a little bit of a twirl. There we go. Heretic goes down. Big Mech still though. He's not fussed at all by these cultists. There we have it. The Defiler on the way. Not too bad at all. The Big Mech will probably want to escape when that Defiler comes out. He has got the teleport though. Listing post been upgraded with some shooty bits. And the damage is now being piled on to the Big Mech. And he teleports. Where do you teleport, Big Mech? Oh, ha ha ha. You teleport on the other side. And have the same kind of problem. But, you know, I mean, you're distracting the Chaos player, and isn't that the main thing? Now the Defiler will be able to knock around the Big Mech, so his invulnerable to knockback-ness will be fading away soon. Although he uses teleport now, so actually this is a bit of a tricky situation for him to be in. Cultist now going to come down over on his right-hand side as well, maybe potentially being a pin-swing manoeuvre in there. There we go, he's going to run away. Defiler doesn't really fire its artillery when it's moving. It could just stand still and then knock him down. But no, he's in it for the chase, baby. He's in it for the running and the gunning. Got that flamer on him. Sauteed portorabellos. Portorabellos? Portorabellos. The white cap mushroom, whatever you call it. The thing you get in Tesco's in the vegetable and fruit aisle. Oh, wait, he's not dying. He's He's just walking away. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't mind. Came in, slapped some heretics around, had a sniff of your listening post, and now I'm gone. Thank you very much. Got some war tracks here. And while the Defiler can do damage against vehicles, it's only from its artillery piece, and it's quite a slow-firing thing. Also got some sneaky tank busters in the mix as well. In fact, looks like there are 2 squads? 1 squad. Either way, though, this one Defiler over here will not be having a very Merry Christmas. But the cultists now also infiltrate as well, so we will need some infiltration detection. Over on this side, we've got some tank busters. Oh, I quite like that. He's distracting them over on this side, forcing them to build up a heavy bolter turret, just so we can catch a glimpse of these guys. And then, while that's going on, these sneaky boys are going around the side, killing that listening post. We have a Chaos Sorcerer out now, so it'll be a lot easier for the Chaos lads to see things on the go. Any upgrades on the go? No, not at the moment, but we do have a couple of war tracks. That's probably the good idea at the moment, just a massive war tracks, as they can resist the Defiler's artillery just a smidgen, and get enough of them combined with the tank busters. That's not bad at all. Some Eldritch Bolts coming from the Chaos Sorcerer will not stop them from decapping that strategic point there. War track, wherever you come from, they're just strolling in. A heavy bolter turret being upgraded to a missile launcher. And to be fair, I don't normally rate people putting more turrets in their base, or in fact anywhere after a certain amount of time, but in this kind of game when you can't really predict what the Orc player is doing, at this point just do whatever you can to hold on. Big Mech coming over. He's not fully recovered, but that's fine. He's just going to see what he can do. He's got his zappy bits on, I do believe. Yep, there we go. Freezing that Defiler into place, allowing the tank busters to shimmy and shake over. Going to get a kill on that Defiler if they can get their accuracy sorted. Look at that, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. These tank busters over here also taking out this Defiler here, so maybe transitioning away from the Defilers might be an idea. At the moment, the Orcs do have the Defiler's gooses cooked. What would be the alternative? Would it be Possessed Marines? I mean, you're in that... Oh, they're tier 3. They're probably tier 3, aren't they? So at the moment, I mean, regular Chaos Marines might be the way forward. 133 and 60 with a quite decent float on either resource compared to 110 and 79. So you're going to go for some horrors. But I imagine... Chaos, yeah, okay, Chaos Temple. I'd love to provide some actual tactical commentary on this, but there's just no way to do it. What would you do in this situation? Regular Space Marines, I imagine. That's probably your best bet. If you're not planning to go into tier 2, you are lacking in the green money, to be fair. You've got a surplus of blue, so I reckon put all that money into regular Chaos Space Marines, get some heavy bolters on them, and focus fire on the tank busters with your Chaos Sorcerer in tow. That would be my guesstimation of what to do. Big Mech's probably been killed at some point, but it's come out fresh as ever. Slugger Boys in the middle, trying to decap that critical location. Just for funsies. They're staying in it. And they are going to achieve it. Well done. I mean, they'll die for it, but... You know, I mean... Is what it is. Quadruple Defilers now coming over. Will be spotted by that Chaos Sorcerer. And more or less just exploded it. En masse. That's a lot of artillery to go with. Might be beneficial to bring up a Heretic as well, just to dance around these Defilers to keep them in good health. But now, actually, these Defilers, once they're walking around in a big group, these tank busters are going to have a little bit of a difficulty with them. And now they're going to lay siege to the Orc base. Down this side, though, the Big Mech does not care one jot. He's going to come in and say, right, if you want to lay siege to my base, I'll lay siege to yours. Cultists ignoring the tank busters ignoring the cultists. Wartrack driving straight down the middle. Everyone focusing on this listing post, as is good and proper. Got some infiltrated grots as well going to repair these war tracks, which I think will actually do a lot of benefits for the Orcs' longevity for their vehicles. Heretic comes out very fragile on a singular model, easy to snipe out, whereas those Grots come out with multiple models and they're also infiltrated. So keeping their vehicles alive is going to be relatively simple. Killer can, doing the best it can, avoiding close combat with these Defilers. Sound like a good idea at first, I imagine, but against 4 of them, that's too much. Now got some horror squads being teleported in. Going to focus fire on the listing posts as well as the war tracks. Big zap going on. Actually managing to snag 2 for 1 there. Another Defiler over here being, in fact, double Defilers being killed. But nothing but tank busters. We are not deviating from the plan here. It's war tracks and tank busters exclusively. Only missiles are allowed in this combat. The killer can's still alive as well. Just quite exciting. Listing post on the verge, on the very cusp of death. But the Big Mech teleports over. Going to see if he can give this Chaos Sorcerer the business. The Chaos Sorcerer teleports away. He knows where his bread is buttered. It's certainly not by the Big Mech. We're seeing more Defilers coming out. Tier 3 on the way. Nothing too crazy. Got significant flirt on this side. And the Orc player using quite a lot of his resources very nicely. Although almost losing that listing post. Very almost. Well, the push continues. The Defilers are still out. Going for some more. Also, these missile turrets are doing a good job at detecting and knocking these guys back, preventing them from really pushing too far forward. Going for a Mad Doc as well. Oh, so the Orcs are in tier 3 as well. That's quite good. And the Chaos Temple on the way, as well as some Possessed Marines. Possessed Marines known for being able to just rip their way through multiple units once they are fully massed. We've got some flash kits now. So, transitioning away from only tank busters, going to go in for something that can also kill the infantry, which is a good timing, if I've got to say so. So Possessed Marines, maybe some Khorne Berserkers, why not go full heavy into the melee, while Defilers provide some artillery support. And once these guys get their firing volleys off, up against tank busters do an amazing job. It's just getting that Chaos Sorcerer into the right position. We've lost one Defiler at the moment. Possessed Marines are going to cut through this listing post, but on the left-hand side we do have the Killer Can having a little bit of a shimmy and a shake, seeing what's going on. One Defiler is still in the base. Looks like these guys are an auto build. Anything coming from the Chaos Temple? No, not quite as of yet. Killer Can struggling against these horrors. Flash gets moving in. Got the Big Mech in their midst. But against buildings, they don't do amazing damage. I mean, against heavy bolters, that's fine, because, like, so it's a relatively easy to kill in comparison to other buildings, but nothing for them to really shoot at the moment. But then again, they have got tank busters here as well, so it's not the end of the world. Chaos Army looks like it's going to go down, but over here, we've got triple Defilers swanning in, as well as these. Oh, the Possessed Marines are coming in now as well. And in a bit of a base race going on here, or base trade rather, the Orcs have a lot more to lose in a base trade than the Chaos Space Marines. Considering that you can destroy all this, and they can still build stuff from Sacrificial Circle and everything else. But they've got War Banners, man. If you kill a War Banner, that reduces their squad cap, which is not a pleasant situation for the Orcs. And actually, combined with the support from the Horror Squads as well, this is quite a deadly composition going on here. If they can keep their Possessed Squad alive, they need to reinforce them. There we go, on auto-reinforce, but no, oh dear. Pushing them too far forward. Now they don't really have a major DPS unit to kill the infantry. Well, I mean, the Big Mech has lost his flash kits, so it's not smooth sailings for the Orcs on this side either. Current economies are 138 and 65 compared to 75 and 94. Chaos player's got a lot to catch up with, but he has done a significant amount of damage himself. I mean, the economy's gone, well, the squad cap's gone back to pre-tier 2 stages. They will stay in tier 3 due to having the Orky settlement, I do believe. So that's a saving grace at the very least, but... I mean, that's 175 blue money to rebuild. They've got the cash for it, but they've also lost a pile of guns as well. So any kind of upgrades is not going to... they're going to rebuild some bits and bobs over here. The big mech shop being fixed up here. The siege of the tank busters continues. Possessed Marines back on the field. Going to see this big mech. Decide to slice him open, making a very short work of him. And while the tank busters are infiltrated, one of the good things about the Defilers is that being an artillery unit, if they can see where they are, they can just attack the ground, can't they? Big mech has been deaded. Possessed squad now going to focus on anything squishier and anything visible as well. See a big, see the Mad Doc. Also a killer can as well, very low on health. These guys have now been pushed back from the Orc base. They've done what damage they can, but the Orcs have got all the economy in the world to rebuild stuff. I mean, the Chaos player, he's got a lot of green money, so his vehicular options are still quite open. If he could just push back these tank busters, the Sorcerer and the Possessed squad, they'll be alright. They can transition into other things, but I don't think... At the moment, I think that the tank player is not doing him any favours. At least not while these tank busters are online, but we do have double hell talons for the harassment. We'll probably see this war track and decide to go ham on him. Oh no, you're just going to go for the econ. Oh, half and half, okay. One for the war track, one for the mech shop. Although, these guys sitting too close together again, they've been stunned. That AoE stun from the big mech is just redonk, man. No cap, for real, for real. Nope, no detection over here. Letting down the... I mean, you'd think that... Oh, the Possessed cultists now do have... Not Possessed cultists, regular cultists. They've got their shiny eyes, so they'll be able to spot a tank buster or two. Hell Talon being taken down. And cultists with grenade launchers that can see tank busters. It's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout at all. Spending every morsel of blue money he has available to him. Chaos Sorcerer. This is a little bit overbearing at the moment. Too much for either or these guys to deal with. Should really fall back a bit. Cultists and horror squads over here on this side, looking like they're going to go for a push. I want to come back for a defense, maybe. Eldritch Bolt's coming over, blasting these guys up. More Hell Talons on the way. And yeah, it's no killing blow for the Orcs at the moment. What are you going for in the grand scheme of things? Have you regained your... Oh, you've regained your squad cap. And your... Oh, extra vehicle armor. As well as a fighter bomber. Wonderful for crowd control. Knocks infantry around all day long. Push on this side, still failing. Not quite getting where they want to be. Fire bomber over here with that. I mean, just look at the range on that. Knocking all these guys over. Does very little damage, but... Like I said, it's all about the knockback, baby. All about that knockback. Mad Doc lost an... Oh, I see what he's doing. He's throwing down the burner bomb. And he's got... Oh, dear. That's a sad situation. The Possessed Marines. Oh, the Fire Bomber might actually get some kills. Considering that these guys only have a sliver of health left. See, who needs shooter boys when we've just got a massive rockets? That is the way, my friends. That is the way. Chaos Sorcerer. MVP for the Chaos side here. But he's done so much to protect his side of the battlefield. I was not too confident pushing out. We'll stay near the base where they could do some good. Tank Busters probably been damaged more so than the Chaos Sorcerer by the Fighter Bomber here. He's going to stand still using his plasma gun. Actually, yeah, he's not even slightly bothered by that Fighter Bomber. But he will be killed if he doesn't beams back home, and there we go, he does die. Unfortunate situations here. We do now have a Demon Pit, Obliterator squad, and Obliterator plus the Possessed Chaos Marines are quite a deadly cocktail of mushrooms to bring to the front lines. But yeah, to be honest, Possessed and Obliterators can take on quite a lot of stuff. Tank Busters won't be able to do much against them neither if they've got the detection. Are you going for the Chaos Sorcerer again? You are. There's a boom going on somewhere. Oh, the boom is over here. Killing a couple of... well, you just regular Space Marines. No, you're Possessed. And a lot of Tank Busters coming on over here.
I'm working on something.
It's all going to be about how the Chaos Space Marine uses their infantry at this point. I don't think any more vehicles are necessary. Vehicles are now just folly. But a squad of Obliterators, once they can see things, should be alright. Although standing them in the negative cover is probably not where they want to live. There we go. Moving down over here. There can't be flanks down on this side. But the big mech, engaging them in close combat, not where they want to be at all. Gonna go for a Demon Prince summoning. The War Boss, look at him, he's coming out to play. Don't often see a War Boss, but there we go. Firebomber focusing on that poor heretic. You poor soul, man. That Firebomber has eyes for you and you alone. Here comes Big Boss Gorguts. Having a look, gonna go toe-to-toe with this Chaos Sorcerer. Now, will we see the War Boss being actually useful in a game for once? For it's not a common sight, and he does die quite easily when he's not attached to a squad of knobs. But he's in it. Been surrounded by Possessed.
5 minutes.
And he's got the hots for the Chaos Sorcerer. Gonna waddle after him. Well, Chaos Lord out will be soon transformed into a Demon Prince. And a big bad squig-off, yes! Look at this, it's just... everything's going on. The Obliterators are doing what they can. And Demon Prince now gonna see if he can show these guys what for. Toe-to-toe against a squig-off. But the War Boss comes in. He's not shy. Possessed Marines are gonna stride over for some supporting melee stuff. One single Obliterator has been taken down now. The Demon Prince running scared from the big boys of the Orc army. We'll decide to see if he can knock these Tank Busters around, which he does get all of them knocked back for a big, large swing. But good lord. Nice stuff. Dare I say it? Not only is it the first time we've seen an Orc Slugger Boy rush on the channel, but also the first time we've seen a War Boss actually kill something of value. Which is not a bad shout whatsoever. But the Orc advance has been slurred. The Possessed Marines have been massed. We have lost that demonic summoning pit Medusa. And there is still a squig-off in the base. So Tank Busters might have been shot back, but you've got a big, huge lad just with tusks and other bits and bobs. Also got double looted tanks in here. This is not looking good for the Chaos player whatsoever. I mean, I know I've said it that he should have probably not maybe have gone vehicles a lot earlier in the game, but you've got to appreciate that when you're playing a game like this, you've normally got a build order in mind, haven't you? And normally, when you're playing against someone, especially the Orcs, they've got like the standard... their normal openings are basically, you either go Generator and Boy's Hut, and then you go Shooter Boy and then Big Mech, or you go Big Mech then Shooter Boy squad. Those are generally 99 out of 100 times the build orders you're going to see from the Orcs. But today, no. So Chaos Player had probably a build in mind, had the Orc build in mind, and just, you know, short-circuited and thought, nah, they won't go Tank Busters all game. No one's that mad. No one's that crazy. But, well, clearly, Cheeky Breaky 360 has it in his blood. Got another Demon Pit online, but I think it's fair to say nothing much really the Chaos player can do at this point in time. The last of the Possessed Marines are being killed. The Chaos Sorcerer is struggling to do anything of use, and 2 minutes to take an old victory for Fe0z, actually. But will he? Yeah, he won't do it now. It's been cancelled. Okay, well, I'll put Fe0z out of his suffering. But yeah, well played to both players, I do have to say. If you like the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week. And also, there is a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. I will see you in a bit. Peace.